Welcome to the Fresh 77 Facebook exclusive. I'm joined all the way from Chicago with my good friend DJ G String. How are you?
Hey, good. What's up? How are
Oh,
you?
hang on, I can't hear you. Are you there?
Why?
Because
I'm here.
I turned the wrong microphone up. I turned number 4 instead of
What
the US
are you
rookie.
doing?
Rookie mistake.
What are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Good. How are you?
Oh, well, clearly I haven't had my breakfast yet.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. We had time zone issues already, so I figure.
or my coffee. No, well, let's talk about the time zone for a second because yesterday was our 30th. So the 30th of July was yesterday. And we said,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, we'll do it at 30th of July. So I was like,
Right.
oh, yeah, yesterday. Time zones, I tell you, we need one global standard time.
I know. I was driving and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" I was like, I mean, I don't know if you want to do a live stream while I'm driving. I mean, it could be interesting, but I figured we probably would do it
No,
today.
no. We definitely wouldn't be doing it then. So tell me what you've been up to.
Just making music. I mean, a lot of the places that I was scheduled to, DJ at were canceled. Actually, they're tentative. Some of them are tentative in September, but been making new music. And then I was on Broke FM Radio in the UK. I did a live mix for them it was like their largest lineup for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 42 DJs. So that was really cool. And then some crazy experiences. I was on DJ Times. So just like a lot of cool stuff happened since the last time we spoke. I think we spoke in March, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so exciting, super exciting things going on right now with kind of the momentum of my song releases and a little bit of some press help as well.
Yeah, well, look, it is always good to have new music, and definitely music that right now I think people want to have fun. Like I know it sounds strange. We're going through a pandemic still, but people
Yeah.
are either stuck at home. I think there's stay-at-home orders in the US at the moment. You got protesters and all that kind of stuff, or protesting, not protesters. And you've just got a shit show. In the world at the moment. It's not just in the US, there's other countries that are having a bad time. And it's just like you need some music that's going to, just for a brief 2 to 3 minutes, just get me out of it.
Yeah.
Get me like I'm on a holiday or something. But tell us about the song. The song is called Feeling These Feelings. I had to, for some reason I've been thinking that your song's called Feeling Good.
Oh, but maybe it should. What's funny is I have a on that says "good vibe." So I don't know. Maybe you saw it or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
so tell us
So
about these feelings.
Yeah, so these feelings, I felt like after I released Totally that I wanted something comparable, but not the same. Like I don't want to be that producer and that DJ that has the same style. Like if you listen to some other DJs, you can hear the same exact style, but I didn't want it to be too far off lyrically and not catchy. So it took me a while on these feelings. It's just about basically the song is derivative from, being with someone for so long, being committed to them, and then, obviously getting your heart broken and realizing that, over the course of time, you still have feelings for this person, but it's not those feelings, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a heartache kind of song, but in the end, I still have these feelings for you, and that's okay. Like I accept that, but the song is just about accepting that you can still have feelings for someone and not be in love with them, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, and that happens with all relationships. Love is different with no matter what. So what I want to do is, for our audience who may have not seen the video clip right now, we actually have it right here. So we're going to play it for you right now. Take a listen to this or watch it if you're watching on Facebook Live, and enjoy.
I got these feelings for you and everything that you own and everything that you do. I got these feelings for you and everything that you own and everything that I everywhere, everything, you're always there. Every time, everywhere, everything, you're always there. Every time, everywhere, everything, you're always there. Every time, everywhere, everything, you're always there.
Well, there we go. That is DJ's G String's new song, These Feelings. So tell us, the music video is amazing, by the way. Where was it? Where was the nightclub scene shot?
Yeah, so what's funny is, and I'll give you guys a little hint. So the actual videos I always do for my music videos, I use Fiverr. And the reason for that is I like to use independent artists that have royalty-free videos. So this artist is from, I think, Brazil,
Yeah.
and he collaborated all of these videos to make the storyline. So I don't know where those are from, but he blended it in there, and I was like, awesome. I mean, Toli's music video was actually the same thing. I actually used an anime artist to do
Yeah.
it. So she did all of that, like from her collection, and she made some new anime for it. So if you guys like want a music video that's professional looking, that's cool, Fiverr is totally the way to go.
I've got to say that's an interesting. Because here I was thinking, oh yeah, you've got some friends together and you've actually, this is your house and all that kind of stuff. I'm like going, and now you tell me that, I'm like going, oh, okay. It's actually,
Yeah,
I guess it's mostly cheaper.
Well, no, actually, it's not. I mean, it's still up there. I mean, they have to edit it and do all that. And plus, like my next song, I'm probably going to do the same thing. I haven't decided, but because COVID's so hard to get a video crew doing anything right now in general, even like a photo shoot. Like I've been struggling to get a photographer to be able to do a photo shoot so I can have it for my next release, which isn't going to happen. It's going to happen probably in October. But yeah, Fiverr is actually so far so good. Like I actually like the quality of the stuff that comes out of there. So I'm game until stuff gets back to normal.
And we all want things to go back to normal, that's for sure. What is it like working at the moment? Because I take it some of the clubs are still open, or some of the bars are still open. What's it like currently working in the situation?
Yeah, so I have two roles, right? So I actually am working for a consulting firm in the city. So I have like a daytime job in a sense. And then obviously I DJ. So all the bars and stuff dead. The only thing that they're doing that I'm aware of is the live streams for certain events. So you can go there, they sanitize all the equipment for in between each individual DJ, and then they live stream it from their location. But most of like the big bars that I'm very familiar with, completely closed. I knew, I don't know who it was. I think it was Radius. They just opened right before COVID. Carl Cox actually DJ'd there. He was their opening DJ. And this is like a multi-million-dollar facility.
Yeah.
And they, like COVID happened, they shut down. Like, I don't even think they had 2 shows there yet.
Yeah.
And with that, I saw something, I think they're the ones that posted it on Instagram. They were selling their alcohol because they can't do anything with it. So they were selling their alcohol. So I was like, geez, that's terrible. And they actually did some cool stuff for the community. Like in the beginning, got some food bags for families and stuff like that. It was really awesome of them. So yeah, the scene is like dead. Some of the bars that have outside seating right now are slowly starting to open up, but Chicago's back on a restriction. Right, they went back,
and that's good. Like, look, Melbourne, Victoria, here in Australia, they've gone back into lockdown. They're skyrocketing cases. Like they look like they had none. But you know what caused Melbourne's issue? Some security guards couldn't keep their dick in their pants, and they slept with some people in the quarantine hotels, and spread it that way.
God.
So, STI, go.
No, I can't believe that. That's so stupid.
I know. Like, come on, it's a national emergency. People just need to isolate. But look, there's so much that's happened in the US, and I look, you're the only person I know in the US at the moment that's live streaming to me. What? Black Lives Matter. It's been we've seen it on the news a lot. Are the images that we're seeing really the images that you're seeing?
I don't know, because I don't know what you're seeing.
Okay,
All I
so
know
we're
is
seeing a lot of
that,
protesters. We're seeing unarmed police arrest or detaining people without. At least that's what the media is reporting. Without reason.
Yeah, I think to be quite honest, sending the feds to Chicago, right, to control the crime is bullshit, right? Yeah. Stay the fuck out of Chicago. Let us do our own thing. I mean, we've had crime forever. It's getting worse. It's getting better. It's like hit or miss. COVID hasn't helped. Yeah. But yeah, legit true. Like I've seen so many things in the media that gross me out to where people are getting arrested for being peaceful protesting, which makes me really infuriated because if we're doing peaceful protesting, why are you arresting people?
Yeah.
Why are you arresting people without cause? Why are you arresting news crew people? Like, are you serious? Is this what we've come to? It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm pretty certain that the stuff you're getting is probably more grotesque than what we actually see. Maybe they're sharing it more visually with you guys, but it's a mess. I mean, it's a total mess.
Yeah.
The whole country's a mess. I don't know if there's any place in this country that is okay right now.
So my question then is, because I know as a producer and as a musician, you're looking for inspiration when you create your songs and all that kind of stuff. Does this affect your creativity because of what's happening?
You know, I got a lot of memories that I have to flesh out in music. So I think right now, no. I think my creativity though does get affected if I look at the media too much. Like I actually only look at it once or twice a week. Before I was reading it and posting rage comments on my Facebook or Instagram, and it's just so exhausting with all the other shit that's going on that I try not to look at it. You know, my biggest concern is where this country's heading. Like I'm, you know, a same-sex couple. I have a wife, I have a daughter. And like, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that like my daughter is safe and she's not going to have to go through a different set of bullshit where I thought we were like almost past that, right? The hatred and all that. I thought we were so close to getting past that. And then I'm seeing schools near me posting like, you know, students posting funny pictures of you know, white kids kneeling on another white kid's neck and shit. Like, I think, so like, and like, you know, a noose being hung in front of someone's yard. They think it's funny, you know, and I get the whole all lives matter thing. I totally get it, but it's not what it's about. It's Black Lives Matter, guys, right? Like, shut the fuck up, in my opinion. It's Black Lives Matter. There's a problem until Black lives don't matter, meaning until they're equal. Then we can say all lives matter. Like, that's not equal. So yeah, I think from my perspective, the creativity part, I'm not too challenged yet. If I start like getting in the woods on the media, it does bring me down. My biggest challenge though is just in general, just finding time with the day-to-day life recently, especially because companies are trying to kick back up and, you know, people are trying to act like it's normal outside and then more people are getting sick and companies are going back down. So it's like this yo-yo effect, which is really kind of throwing me off a bit.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you said that because just going back to what you said about Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff, what Black Lives Matter is doing is no different to what gay and lesbian people did back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And we fought for our rights. They're fighting for their rights. We just need to be respectful of all rights. Like I get it, like people saying all lives matter, I totally agree with that, but I also think that if someone said that to me, that straight lives matter, well, I'd be like, yeah bro, come on, you can get married, we couldn't. It's I totally get it, and I think like unfortunately the statistics do show that more black people get hurt or die in custody than white people, definitely in the US. We've seen horrible things here in Australia where Aboriginal boys were taken from Alice Spring and taken out into the middle of the desert and basically just left with no clothes on. And we've had kids die in police custody. So unfortunately, this stuff does matter. And that's not unfortunate in the negative sense. That's fortunately it does matter because now we're waking up to it. And look, hopefully it will get better. Hopefully we as a society and as a generation can just go, look, we're equal, or we should be equal, and everyone should be treated fairly. And it does come to a level playing field that we all want. Well, anyway, let's get back on the topic of music because that's what we're here for. Instead of going, let's go back up. What is like? What your house is very musical. What is it like?
Yes.
What has your house turned into? Is it like a music jam session every night?
No, it's so funny. So I'm in this. So when I moved 2 years ago, and I have yet to like actually make my studio. So I'm in this room. My studio is going to be in the basement. So typically I'd have like sound pads and stuff everywhere, mixing boards. I'm like limited right now. But being in my house right now, I dedicate about maybe 2 to 3 days a week to doing music fully. And like my neighbors probably hate me because when I'm mixing, I mean, I pull out like that set back there. I pull out 2 of those. And like it is so loud in this room, and I can't tell because I've DJ'd forever and my hearing is horrific.
Yeah.
So like it's like everything vibrates, right? So it's definitely loud, but I think it's fun. I do want to get out of the bedroom though. I miss being out near people, getting like, the fuck yeahs, like you're awesome. Like I miss that energy.
Yeah.
On the live stream. You get it. I try to live stream on Instagram at least once a month. I've kind of slowed down a little bit like last month, but I just did a live stream last week because, you still kind of get people like saying that's awesome. Love that live mashup. Like it's a good energy, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Like I have this process right now where, so like when I made Totally, I had my daughters too. If she dances to it and sings to it, it's good. So like, yeah, I know, right? And so there's music that she doesn't like, and you're like, some songs I've made, she doesn't do anything to. She's like,
Wow.
no, right? So I had her listen to These Feelings, and same style, and then I'm making a new one that's coming out in September called Ain't Nobody. It's actually going to get sent off to be mastered this week. So that's gonna, it's different. It's different. I'd show you a teaser, but I don't know. It's on my DJ G String Facebook page. Actually, a video of me lip singing it while playing it in the background.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Go and check out G String's Facebook page. What is your handle on? Just search you.
DJ G String.
There you go. If you want to see that exclusive on Facebook. But so look, I guess that's the advantage of having a 2-year-old is that they're going to either dance or not. And let's be honest, 18-year-olds are 2-year-olds just at nightclubs.
Yeah, that's true. They are. Yeah, I get good feedback from 18-year-olds, actually. I mean, I got a couple of good feedback from a few of them in California. One was in Texas and one was in Michigan. Yeah. So, I mean, hey, I guess maybe it's the same.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, like, if a 2-year-old's going to dance to it, then a person that's drinking will dance to it.
Right.
Totally. Right. But that does bring a problem. When your kid grows up and becomes 3, you're going to have another 2-year-old.
Don't say that shit, Russell, because my wife wants another kid.
Oh! Well. Yeah. Maybe you should.
No.